End of 2012, there were more than 600,000 foreigners living in China. That's a 16% increase from just a couple of years ago. So why are so many people choosing to become expats in China? CCTV's Grace Brown has insight from Beijing.
Hitting high notes in the world's second biggest economy, Sharrodrick Jackson, or Preach, moved to Beijing with his twin brother, Sharrod, also known as Danger. 5 years on, the jazzy duo are singing their way to stardom.
Came here because there's a lot of things that started to take off in China. For our type of talent, they move very fast because the Chinese people and artists were looking for our type of music and production. I mean, even movies here, we've been in some movies here also. You can be doing a lot of TV, a lot of stuff. I mean, we can do this in the States, but it won't happen as fast.
But there have been challenges, including air pollution.
I've gotten used to some of the weather. At first it was very difficult, but now, I don't know, maybe they did something to make it better.
Like the Jackson twins, more immigrants are coming to China and staying as opportunities grow. More than 100,000 foreigners now live in Beijing, a small proportion in a city of 20 million. But with China now offering more green cards to so-called foreign talents, including academics, executives and scientists, the number is climbing.
China issued its first green card in 1986, and the number of foreigners with permanent residence visas in China has been growing steadily since. According to the Ministry of Public Security, between 2012 and 2013, the number of green cards that China issued increased by more than 80%, as more foreigners look to stay in China long term.
Alan Wong is one of them. He moved from the United States 15 years ago as an intern, before opening a Japanese restaurant. He now employs 500 people in China and plans to add another 100 by the end of next year.
It ended up, things are thrown at me left and right, opportunities here and there, and then in 2004 they announced the Olympics in Beijing, and so that pretty much solidified everyone's position here in Beijing for at least the 4 years there. And then after 2008, with the whole financial crisis and everything, and China survived that beautifully, more than anybody else did. And then, it's just been a great ride.
Like Preach, he says his career grew in China in ways it wouldn't have back home.
The things that I've done and the opportunities that I've had and people I've met, Zhang Zi used to come all the time. Paris Hilton came to Shanghai. I cooked a lunch for her in Shanghai. It's just not just actors and actresses, but influential people, business people, and the opportunity that I have by doing this here is incredibly high. It's incredibly different than the opportunity I would have had I done it in the States.
While he doesn't have a green card, the Californian Chinese says he plans to stick around. For Preach, the sentiment is similar.
I plan to stay longer, yeah. It's like a home. I've been here this long. I found my way. China has a very big effect on our lives. China affects the whole world. So I'm glad to be here. So many people want to come here and they're asking, how do you guys move so fast in China? This is China.
For its small but steadily growing number of immigrants, China is becoming not just a land of opportunity, but also home. Grace Brown, CCTV, Beijing.